Hi, I'm Mariana. I'm the owner of Amelia James by Mariana. I'm sure you're wondering, what the heck is Amelia James? Well, it's a brand new clothing company. It just launched in February of this year, 2017. Currently, at the time of this filming, there are a little over 400 representatives across the entire country. So yeah, we are brand new, really small, but just because we're small does not mean that we don't have quality clothing, a good variety of clothing, and super cute, super comfortable clothing. We have all of that. This company is amazing. So don't mind me. I have my little notepad here with my notes so I don't forget anything that I wanted to say in this video. I need to get it together because I'm really nervous. This is the first time I've ever made a video. So, oh my gosh, I keep looking up. I'm not supposed to look up. I should be looking at the camera, and I keep wanting to like rotate my chair. I need to focus. I can do this. But I'll try not to look down too often or look up. That's my nervous trait. I don't want to be doing that. So anyways, since it's so brand new, you're probably wondering how the heck I heard about it in the first place. So there's a little bit of a story to that. I was actually going to be onboarding with another company, a really well-known company. And don't get me wrong, I still like the company. I still have a lot of their clothes. But it was just, there was kind of a lot of things that were happening within the company that kind of made me step back a little bit. And I was like, you know what? I really don't think this company is really the best fit for me. I just had a lot of hesitations, and I just felt that signing on, knowing I had those hesitations, would be a little irresponsible. Financially, time management wise, like if I wasn't 100% committed and in love with the way things were going to be happening for me, I just really probably shouldn't be signing on, right? So I had been in talks with my would-have-been sponsor for a few weeks. I felt really bad saying it was the day I was supposed to sign everything, and I was just like, you know what? I'm not going to do it. Sorry. But even though it didn't feel like that was the right fit for me, I really felt like there was still something for me. And not even necessarily within the clothing world, just something. I just felt like there was something I was trying to find, and I just hadn't found it yet. So it's kind of weird, I guess. I don't know why I kept looking on YouTube. I had been researching the other company and getting all kinds of information on YouTube, and I just kind of kept poking around on YouTube. And that's how I found Amelia James. It was, funny enough, it was actually the same day I declined onboarding with the other company that I found Amelia James. So, I mean, kind of weird, but also, I guess it works. I knew that there was something else I was trying to find. I just didn't know what it was. And it turns out it was Amelia James. So, I mean, that's pretty cool. I've personally had a couple of issues. None of them are related to the company, but we were moving. My husband is in the Army. He's been in for 7 years now, and this is our 4th duty station. So I knew that we were moving, so I didn't want to sign on with any company until we had settled here where we are now, which is El Paso. So I had a few issues with that just because of the whole moving. I onboarded with Amelia James before we PCS'd here. So I had a few issues, and then there was also I had a miscarriage about 2 weeks ago. So we've had a few delays that were unplanned for, but all of my stuff is now taken care of. We've moved into our house. Well, it's still kind of a mess over there. I still have a few boxes that haven't been unpacked in this room, plus there's some in our house, but for the most part, we're ready to go, and I'm almost ready to launch. So I really don't regret that I didn't sign on with the better known company. There's been a lot of perks with this one. There are a lot of pros, and I'm not saying that the other companies are bad just because they're different, but for me, I found a lot of perks with signing on with Amelia James. So this is where I really get to my list now. One of the first things that attracted me to Amelia James is that we can process all of our own payments. I can use Shopify or Square or PayPal, or I don't even know what all the other ones are. There's so many. I don't even know all of them. I can use whatever I want. I'm not restricted to just, I shouldn't even say that. Amelia James does not currently have their own payment processing, even if I wanted to go that route. But I think that's in the works. Pretty sure there is. But we're not, if that comes out, we're not obligated to use it. That's my understanding, at least. One of the other things I really, really love is that we can have our own website. I know with a lot of companies, they don't want you having your own website where you're selling things. They want it to be in-home pop-ups, or they want it to be only on Facebook or Periscope or any other social media. I can go make my own website. Not that I really know how. That's something that's been quite a learning curve for me. But it's nice that it's there as an option. I can do Facebook, I can do in-home, I can do all the social media, but then I can also go set up a website. So I mean, that's really cool. One of the other, to some it's a perk, to some it's a con. I guess it really depends on how you're thinking. We are not currently in MLM, a multi-level marketing company. So we're not a company with tiers and you sign on recruits and you get, you know, monthly checks and all that kind of stuff. There are plans for it to be an MLM. It was supposed to happen a couple months ago. It still hasn't been rolled out. So, I mean, like I said, for some it's a pro, for some it's a con. Generally, MLMs are a little bit more regulated, which, again, that's a good thing and a bad thing. Some regulation is always good, in my opinion, because otherwise people are just going to go crazy and do their own thing, and there will be no consistency within the brand. But then again, of course, there is a very negative feel to MLMs, where a lot of people feel it's just recruiting and that's it. That's the end of it. That's the only goal you have, is to sign on as many people as you can. So, I don't know. I kind of put it in the middle because now I'm going on to the, you know, there are a couple of cons. So, actually, I guess it's not really the middle of my list. I still have another pro here. Why didn't I write that down? I don't know. I'm just going in. This is why I have my notes, because see, I'm already getting out of order. Okay, so the next pro, the majority of our items are actually made in the USA. Like, how cool is that? The leggings and maybe like 2 or 3 other items, I don't know, there's a few that are manufactured elsewhere, but the end goal, my understanding, the end goal is to bring everything back to the US. But for right now, the majority of it is still produced in the US, outside of the leggings and a couple of the, I think the new dresses. I lost my paper. Hopefully I can remember everything now. Wish me luck. And then another pro. So we have a wide variety of sizes. They should fit women's bodies of all different types. Currently the sizes are size small to 3X, which is, I think, a 2. Oh gosh, I can't remember right now. A 2 to maybe a 20 or a 22. I mean, there's a big number. But then in August, the plans are to include also an extra small and a 4X, as we start rolling in with a lot more designs that the owner, Ariana, is working on. She plans to include extra small and 4X. So I mean, like, that's almost everyone. Wow, that's a lot of different sizes, and they are cute. And these are clothes that look great on everybody. Like, I have seen their rep pictures. Ooh, I need to stop that. That rotating is distracting. I'm sorry. I've seen pictures that reps have shared where these women are really tiny and some women are not so tiny. And the same item in different sizes, of course, looks great on both of them. So that's really cool. So now getting into the cons, and there's not very many. I really thought hard about this because I believe in transparency and being realistic, and not everything is always going to be rainbows and unicorns. Okay, I try to stay positive, but I'm also realistic. Okay. So I tried really hard to think of cons, and these are the cons I could think of. First of all, a big one, probably the reason you're watching this video. No one's heard of Amelia James. There's not a lot of people who have heard of it. There's currently just a little over 400 reps, so less than half of 1,000. Like, that's nothing. That's what, an average of 4 to 5 reps per state. Less if when you include, territories and DC and all the other places that are part of the United States that aren't actually one of the 50 states. So, not a lot of people have heard of it. According to the locator, I am currently the only rep in El Paso. I don't know. There might be more, just because it doesn't get updated daily. But as of right now, no one else is listed. The closest person is like 350 miles away from me. So there's not a lot of people who know about that. That is definitely a con. I am going to be having to work my little tail off. Not so little tail. So that way people can know about this. A lot of people are like, I don't know that brand, so why would I want to buy from them? I'll stick to what I know. People don't like change as a general rule. So I am going to have to work hard. But that's not a bad thing. And another con, because it's a brand new company, there's going to be growing pains. I mean, does anyone build a business and have everything be perfect from day one? I'm hopeful that's going to happen to me. That would be fantastic, but come on, it's not going to happen. I will have my own growing pains. And of course, company-wide, it's just going to be a thing. They're still working on making sure they have enough inventory because they're signing on new reps. And that's not to say there's like an inventory shortage. It's just, they're still learning how much they need to get to supply for us without, going over or being under. And so we have those issues that are still being worked out. Now, this is probably the big con to me. It's not so bad when you think about it. If you think of it fully, if you just focus on one thing, then yeah, it really sucks. But if you think about the repercussions of that, then it's not so bad. And it's okay. So the con that I'm talking about is they do take your money right away, even though there is a 6 to 8 week period that you have, just like the other companies, until you get your kit. So with most of the other companies, as far as I'm aware, you sign your paperwork that you say you want to be a rep and you agree to the policies and procedures, and then you have a 6 to 8 week waiting period, and then you pay. Once your waiting period is done, you pay, and then you get your stuff, like a week later. With Amelia James, you pay for your kit and sign your policies and procedures and the rep agreement right away. And then after you've paid for it, after the money's out, then you have to wait your 6 to 8 week period. However, the reason this is not so bad, it's actually 2 parts. The first part, because you are signing your policy and procedures right away and your rep agreement right away, you can start selling right away. The other companies don't let you do that. You can't sign you can't sell until you get your kit. With Amelia James, you can start selling as soon as all your stuff is signed for and you feel you're ready. Now, you're probably like, well, you don't have your kit for 8 weeks. What the heck are you supposed to sell? There is a Facebook page for reps only. You have to be verified as already being a rep in order to be on the page, but you can buy things that other reps are selling for wholesale. There's a little bit extra versus buying new, or I'm not buying new, everything's brand new. Better be brand new. From buying straight from the company, is that You do have, you know, to be fair, so that other reps, the rep you're buying from isn't out money, you cover, you know, generally the standard rule is that the new buyer would be covering all of like any Square or PayPal fees or whatever they cost. So, but I mean, that's fair. If I'm selling something to another rep, I shouldn't be losing money. So if I'm buying something from another rep, they shouldn't be losing money. I'll pay the dollar in fees or whatever it is. Ooh, that was weird. I just lost my train of thought, and I'm trying to find it down on my list. I don't know if I wrote it down. Wow. So this is what happens to me in real life when I'm talking. I lose track of my train of thought so quickly that it quickly becomes, what the heck was I talking about? Anyways, okay. One of the other things that you can do to purchase items to begin selling before you actually get your onboarding kit is that we have, I guess weekly, it's not like a set day and time, but it's been about once a week. We have a launch that every week since I've onboarded has always been a new item and sometimes a classic favorite in new colors or prints or new materials. So you can buy from those. There's like a 1 hour gap. Reps who already have their kit get like a 1 hour head start over reps who don't have their kit yet, which makes sense. I mean, they already have an established base, customer base, so they need new inventory more than me, who I'm just still waiting to launch. You know, I don't necessarily need as much. But that's a way you can start selling before you even have your kit. So like I'm going to be doing a practice run with my friends and family. So, I mean, it's not going to be a big sale. I know that. I mean, I have no high expectations, but it's friends and family. And I'm just using the items that I've managed to get from other reps or from launches. So, I mean, that's really cool. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot. I didn't even write it down. Like it's not on here. The best pro of all. How did I not write that? Oh my God, I'm an idiot. Okay, so the best pro, in my opinion, of Amelia James over some of these other companies is that you don't need a ton of money to get started. I mean, of course, yes, more inventory is always better. The more you have, the more variety you'll have for your customers. But Amelia James understands not everyone has $5,000, $6,000, $8,000, $10,000 to drop on inventory all at once. A lot of the other companies, their smallest package, like the least amount possible that you can spend, is usually about $5,000. That's not the case with Amelia James. With Amelia James, you can get started for $1,000. That's it, just $1,000. And so what you can do, it's what I did, is I bought the $1,000 kit to start with, so that way I wouldn't have too much money tied up, and then I could start buying from reps and buying from launches, so that way I would have more. So I mean, that's great. And then you can buy more than $1,000. They also have a $3,000 kit, which is pretty cool because if you buy the $3,000 kit, you of course obviously get $3,000 wholesale worth of items, but you also get, I think it's $100 rep credit. So if you are able to, I mean, that's pretty cool. You get an extra $100 to spend on clothing. And then we do have a $5,000 kit if you want to buy that. And I think that comes with $200 clothing credit. So I mean, there's a variety. If you have the $5,000, if you were getting ready to join another company and change your mind like I did, except I didn't already have the money set aside because I was planning on another 8 weeks to be able to get funding. But if you have the money set aside and you want to just start big, go for it. You can do that. But if you just want to, actually, I think that I was going to say test the waters, but that's actually, I'm pretty sure that's what the kit is called, is test the waters. You can just do $1,000 kit and buy what you can after that. So, I mean, that's all really cool. I cannot believe I forgot to write that down. That is like the best part, in my opinion, of Amelia James over, you know, if you just want to join a clothing company and you're trying to figure out the best fit for you, like That's a major factor in my opinion, that you do not have to spend quite so much to get started. Sorry, when I dropped my paper, I had another paper with notes. So I'm going to grab that really quick. Oh, nope, that's it. Well, for those notes, I still have more on this one. Yeah, so that's a little bit about Amelia James and a little bit about why I joined. For some, for information about me, man, can you tell this is my first video? Oh my God, I cannot sit still. I keep looking up. I keep stumbling over my words. Hopefully I'll get better as I do this. But anyways, so a little bit about me. I realized I didn't talk about me. I kind of just jumped right into this. So me, I'm Mariana. Like I said, my husband is in the military. He's in the Army. We're currently stationed at Fort Bliss in El Paso, Texas. We have 3 very handsome and curious and intelligent little boys. I have a 7-year-old, a 5-year-old, and a 2-year-old. I've been homeschooling my kids. I mean, the 2-year-old obviously just kind of hangs out and plays. He's not schooled. I've been homeschooling my kids now for 2 years. When my oldest started kindergarten, he's about to start 2nd grade this fall. So I'm a little bit busy with this, but he wants to try out public school this year. So I'll have a little bit more time, not a whole lot, because my 5-year-old still wants to be homeschooled. So he'll be starting officially schooling for kindergarten this fall. So not quite as free as I thought I would be once my oldest said he wanted to start public school. I kind of thought my 5-year-old would just go along with that, but he likes homeschool, so we're sticking with that. So that's a little bit about me. I don't have a whole lot of hobbies. I mean, I do. I have desires to have hobbies, but I'm actually not very good at most of them. Or they end up being really time consuming, or expensive, so I don't do them very often, and just kind of stuff like that. I don't have a whole lot that I do regularly. I desire to be a gardener, but really I just kill plants. I enjoy like food preservation, so like I like canning foods, I have a water bath canner and a pressure canner, and I don't even know, hundreds of jars probably. I know it's over 100. It's probably in the hundreds, which I really should get rid of. Not all of them, but I just don't, as much as I enjoy it, it is time consuming. It can be expensive because, like I said, I don't grow this stuff. Kill it all. I tried so hard last year to have a good garden, so hard. And we were good with tomatoes as far as being elite fresh, but I did not have enough survive in order for me to actually preserve anything. So I try to do those kind of fun things. I'm not very good at it. I'm not a very good sewer, even though I enjoy it. I did get a silhouette for Christmas. I'm actually looking at it up there right now, and I have so many ideas, but trying to find time, especially now that I'm adding in Amelia James, is hard. I used to enjoy reading. Haven't done that since I've had kids. Who has time for that, right? So basically my hobby is I watch TV, because that's something I can have running in the background while I'm doing other things. Yeah, I'm probably not alone. I'm probably not the only mom who says that her only real hobby is watching TV. But I'm so excited to start Amelia James because it really gives me something to do, something to focus on. And as an added bonus, it will hopefully contribute to my family's income. So if you are interested in watching these really crappy videos I'm probably going to make, and me twitching around on the camera because I cannot control my body, subscribe. I hope to have more videos, hopefully where I can speak better and not be stumbling over my words. Everyone has them, but maybe I'll make my own of, the videos of what supplies I have and a tour of my room and all that other fun stuff that everyone likes to do. And obviously people like to watch. I enjoyed watching them. If I had more time, I would be watching other people's, but I'm trying to get my room set up and everything. But yeah, so subscribe if you're interested, or if you just want to support me. Even if you're not interested, just subscribe and support me. And then my Facebook group is opening up to my friends and family. It's Amelia James by Mariana. I have a Facebook group and a Facebook page. I would appreciate if the page was liked and the group was joined. My Instagram is Amelia James by Mariana. Pretty much everything is. My Periscope is AJ by Mariana because they said it was too long to have the whole Amelia James. Lame. And if you have any questions at all, you can message me on any of those social medias, or you can email me. It's myameliajamesbymariana.com. You can email me with questions about the clothing, about the company, if you're interested in joining yourself, anything at all. I am happy to talk to anybody. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.